Samsung was this close to finishing One UI 8 like finger on the trigger close. But then boom, a plot twist. The final version that users were counting down the days for. It just took a hit. Not only is there a new beta build, but shockingly, it removes features that were just working fine a week ago. Yeah. Instead of moving forward, Samsung's taken a weird sidestep, and we're about to unpack why. And trust me, this story has more turns than a Galaxy Fold. Welcome back, viewers. Jam is here! If you're into juicy software updates, behind-the-scenes tech twists, and Samsung secrets that don't make it to press releases, hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe for more updates like this every week. Let's get into it. So here's the deal. A couple of weeks ago, we all thought Samsung had wrapped up its One UI 8 beta program. They even uploaded a build, BYFB, that looks so polished, it didn't even carry the beta tag. That alone had the tech crowd buzzing. Features like the adaptive lock screen clock were working perfectly. It really looked like this was the final build, ready to roll out to millions of Galaxy S25 users. But then enter ZYG5. This new firmware build just appeared on Samsung servers, and unlike the hopeful BYFB build, ZYG5 is marked beta. And it's newer, finalized in July. That instantly raises a red flag. Why go back to beta if you were so close to the finish line? But here's the kicker: ZYG5 removes features, including the very same adaptive lock screen clock that had just started working smoothly. It's like unlocking a cool new gadget, and the next day it's snatched right out of your hands. Now, before you panic, this doesn't mean Samsung has abandoned the feature. More likely, they ran into some bugs, maybe performance issues or glitches that weren't obvious before, and temporarily yanked it out to fix things under the hood. But it does tell us one important thing: One UI 8 is not as final as we all thought. What's even more interesting is that it's unclear whether ZYG5 will even be released publicly to beta testers. It might just be for internal testing right now. But the fact that it's live on Samsung's servers means the dev team is still in full debug mode. And you know what that means? We might get more betas, possibly even more delays. Now, if you're wondering, why not just stick with BYFB if it was working fine? Well, Samsung doesn't want to ship a release candidate that might break for millions of users. They're being cautious, smart, but frustrating. Especially if you're one of those users refreshing your settings page, hoping to see that download and install button pop up. And let's not forget, the adaptive lock screen clock is just one of the changes. There might be other behind-the-scenes tweaks in ZYG5 that affect stability, security, or performance. Samsung could be stripping things back temporarily to isolate issues. It's like cleaning out a room before redecorating. You remove the flashy stuff, fix the cracks, then bring everything back even better. But there's another angle here. ZYG5 being newer than BYFB means Samsung didn't just pause development, they're actively rewriting parts of One UI 8. It's not uncommon for major software updates to go through multiple internal builds before launch, but the fact that a visible feature was removed shows they're not rushing this one. If you're a Galaxy S25 owner, this might be a little disappointing. You were probably gearing up for the big Android 16's One UI 8 update, maybe even expecting it this month. Now, it's looking like late August or even September might be more realistic. But here's the silver lining: this kind of delay usually means Samsung is taking QA seriously. Nobody wants a buggy rollout. Just ask anyone who lived through the Galaxy Note 7 era. Yeah, remember, as for what's next, keep an eye out. If ZYG5 hits public testers, we'll get a clearer picture of Samsung's priorities. Are they just fixing bugs? Are there performance boosts, battery optimization? Or, fingers crossed, secret features being prepped behind the scenes? Don't expect fireworks just yet. This build seems to focus more on stability than surprises. But hey, sometimes boring builds are the most important. And for those wondering about the overall progress, Samsung is clearly not done yet. The beta program isn't just lingering, it's actively evolving. So while we're not getting One UI 8 just yet, when it does land, it's likely to be smoother, faster, and more reliable than what we would have gotten if Samsung rushed it out. We'll keep following every step of this rollout. The moment the final build drops or another twist arrives, I'll break it all down right here. If you're still watching, you're the real MVP. Drop it in the comments if you made it this far, and let me know, would you prefer a faster release with a few bugs or a delayed launch that's totally rock solid? Catch you in the next one. Peace.